Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today, as always, I have a general reading for you. And as always with a general reading, only take what resonates and leave the rest. My messages are timeless and can represent past, present or future, depending on where you're at on your healing journey. Spirit will always guide you to a message that you need to hear exactly when you need to hear it. And for the easy channeling, I am going to use the pronouns he, she, but if they don't fit for you, that's absolutely fine. Swap them out for ones that do. Okay, so before I came on, I started to get a really bad headache and pain in my teeth and in my left ear specifically. And then I noticed that my jaw was really tight, really clenched. Okay. I've got two messages coming through. One is that somebody needs to take some time out, needs to take some rest. Somebody's a little bit stressed about a situation or something that's going on for them. Something not manifesting. Spirit are asking you to take take a step back and focus on your self-care. And the other message that I've got coming through is that somebody does not like what they're hearing when it comes to you, okay? Or something someone is saying. It's something to do with you. It may not be about you directly, but someone is saying, it's basically, I feel like this person's hearing some home truths, okay? And it's to do with you. And kind of like their behaviour towards you. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what Spirit wants us to know about that, okay? Teeth pain, ear pain, headaches could all be a sign for you that this reading is for you if you are experiencing those. Could also be that these are symptoms that somebody else is receiving. I'm also hearing somebody is dehydrated, so you need to hydrate. We have Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, Seed the Light by staying grounded. Empathic Starseed, Energetic Sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. You're taking on something. If you're feeling stressed but you've got no real reason to feel stressed, then it's not your energy, okay? This is somebody else's energy. This is not the collective's energy, but you are picking up on it, okay? So you need to do an energy clearing. We have big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Somebody's not happy about your gifts. Someone's projecting at you. If this isn't your energy, if you're not feeling, if you've got nothing going on in your life that you feel stressed about, that should be causing you stress, but you don't feel like you're, if there's nothing obvious that you feel like you're stressed about, then chances are it's a very good sign that this is not your energy and you're picking up on somebody else's energy. Somebody is projecting something at you, okay? I'm just being drawn to the fact that this card has a mirror on it. I don't know if that's going to show up. Just here there's a mirror. And the light shining on the card just then was reflection. Someone's having to do some deep reflection on how they treated you. But there's somebody else around them that's, I'm hearing, bawled them out. Like this almost feels like an intervention, okay? Like somebody has, it feels like, so with the clenched teeth, I'm seeing, and I'm like my jaw, and feeling like my jaw is getting clenched again. Somebody's been holding back, someone's been biting their tongue when it comes to someone's treatment of you. the way someone behaved towards you, and they're now not biting their tongue anymore, and this person that is on the receiving end of this person's tongue, someone's sharp tongue, isn't happy, they don't want to hear what's being said to them, because it means that they need to do some deep reflection. Okay, somebody's been playing victim when it comes to their treatment of you, and trying to justify their treatment of you. And I feel like there's been people around them that have kind of like what's the word, like when someone's like crutch, enabled their behaviour. People around them have been enabling their behaviour, and they finally got to the point where they've been biting their tongue. And yeah, someone's playing victim. This person's been playing victim, and somebody's just had enough, and everything that they've been holding back when it comes to, and it's not just this person's behaviour towards you, it's their behaviour in general. Like, this person's been holding back for a long time. And it feels like they're finally releasing. Because as I'm saying that, and I'm hearing someone like getting all of this off their chest, I can feel like my shoulders are dropping and this weight is being lifted. So there is somebody, yeah, there's a person or a group of people around somebody else who have been enabling their behaviour for some time. Okay, they've been watching them, they watch how they treat people, they listen to things, and basically right now you're the golden child in this situation. Okay, this person could be soul family coming in to support you. Okay, it doesn't have to be, or it could be somebody within your earth family. But right now you're the golden child, and the person who is being confronted, being held accountable, thank you, Spirit, someone around this person or this group of people is holding them accountable. Somebody who's been biting their tongue for a while, they are standing up for you, they are defending you. This person's been playing victim for far too long, and they've had enough. Okay, they've kept quiet. They're not keeping quiet anymore. They've been quietly like listening and trying to stay out of it, trying to stay neutral. But it's got to a point now where they just don't care, because I feel like they've, in enabling this person and ignoring their behaviour, and yet they've kind of sided with them, and there's been a consequence. And it could be that, so like, I feel like this person has done this in the past. This has been something that's gone on for years, okay? And people have always sided with them out of fear, out of just wanting to keep the peace, out of people pleasing, okay? And there was a situation that involved you, and you're like the first person that's told this person no and stood on it. Like, you stood your ground, and there's a new respect, a new admiration from this person or this group of people that are now speaking out and siding with you with regards to your strength, your courage, and your I'm hearing there's a phrase, isn't there, something to do with adversity, your ability to stay grounded, stay calm, stay centered, stay like your emotional maturity in the face of adversity, your ability to grow through adversity. You've taken everything that's been thrown at you and you've changed it, and you've made you've transformed into, you've had a glow up, you've transformed, you've stepped into a higher version of yourself. Okay, and somebody that was enabling this person's behavior and allowing them to escape accountability is now recognizing, and it's kind of like you standing up to this person has given them the confidence to stand up to this person as well. But I feel like what's really pushed it for them is, I feel like you disconnected from this person. You cut this person off completely. Whoever this was that was bullying and with the poor behaviour, you cut it out. You were like, no, I'm not going to take this behaviour. I deserve to be treated better. If you're not going to, respect me and my boundaries, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to find people that will. And whoever this is that's been enabling, I'm going to say bully, okay, because this is bullying energy. Whoever's been enabling this bully has had to face some sort of consequence of losing you. They've had some sort of wake up call, and this feels fairly recent too. It's like when like you can keep telling someone something, but it takes a while to sink in. It's finally sinking in with this person that they may have lost you through their actions, and as a result of that, that's pushed them, because they've lost you as a result of this bully's actions, or that's how they're viewing it. But I would always say everyone plays a part, and if you didn't stand up and defend someone, then you were just as much of a bully as the person doing the bullying. Even if you didn't say anything, you still, you're guilty by association, so to speak. And there are consequences to that, and this person or this group of people around this bully that have been enabling are now turning on the bully. Okay, they are blaming the bully for you walking away, for them losing you. Okay, and this bully is not happy. But this is their karma. This is the bully's karma. They wanted everyone to turn on you. And it did. It didn't have the desired effect because they didn't get a reaction from you. But this bully successfully managed to gather others to attack you, and as a result of that, that's going to come back on them. Okay, it is coming back on them. These people are now turning on the bully. This could be a continuation of a reading I did about your secret haters getting exposed at a party or an event. So if you're resonating with this, you might want to go back and check that one out. Because all I can hear is I can see someone sitting at a table where there is a group of people. Some are sitting, some are standing, and like they're just saying things like, I've done nothing to deserve this. I've done nothing but support them. And then these people around them are like looking at them going, no, you've said you've supported them, but what have you actually done to support them? You didn't step up and show your support. You can't keep telling people that you support them but not actually follow through with your actions. So this person's words, actions, energy, none of it's in alignment. But I feel like they said something specific, or something was revealed that slipped this person up and exposed them for being secret haters, for being jealous and resentful. And that's what I'm seeing, is like this person kicking off, and I'm seeing them smoking, so they may be a smoker. But they're like kicking off. They're trying to make out that they're not as bothered as they are. So they may not be like, so on the surface they're like trying to appear calm and collected, but underneath they're shitting themselves. But something, or it was something with this party or this event, it was something that you were invited to that you didn't attend. And you not attending, it kind of woke people up to the fact that they may actually have lost you. They have lost you. You've already walked away. Is somebody had some sort of realization, some sort of wake up call, and I feel that the person or the people that have had this realization or this wake up call are the ones now turning on this bully, because they're realizing that in defending this bully, they didn't stand up for what was right. They didn't make the right choice. They chose this person out of fear, and you've walked away as a result. And like, they're now having to deal with the consequences of their actions in supporting this bully. But if the bully, what they're saying is, I understand that I played a part. I understand I made the choices that I did, and I regret those choices. So they do regret the choices that they made when it comes to you and their behaviour towards you. But they're also saying, so they're they are holding themselves accountable, but they're also holding this bully accountable, because they're saying if it wasn't for this bully going after you and dragging everyone into it, then they wouldn't have had to make those choices. So they made choices based on what was happening around them and the information that they were being provided with, and they're realizing that they didn't have the whole story and that they made choices based on a lack of knowledge, and they're upset with themselves because they pride themselves on being somebody who gathers information and tries to make a level-headed judgment, and they didn't when it came to you, and they don't know why. They don't know why. But they are holding this bully accountable and saying, well, if you didn't come after them, if you didn't try and turn them all against us, if you didn't lie, if you didn't try to destroy their reputation and their relationships, then I wouldn't have had to make those choices because it wouldn't have been necessary. But at the same time, they're like, but I did make those choices based on a lack of evidence, a lack of knowledge, and I have to hold myself accountable. So this person is kind of doing their shadow work. And whilst also holding others accountable for their behaviour. Okay, we have the Sun. Okay. Somebody wants to talk to you. We have Earth Angel. Yeah, someone's having to... someone came up against an Earth Angel. And they're now realising that you are an Earth Angel. That you are literally the golden child. That you are a chosen one. They're realising you're a chosen one. Can you see how these cards are very similar colourings? Or is that just me? I saw similar colourings with the black and the yellow. But someone's realising that you are an actual angel, a chosen one. They're missing your energy. You're quite vibrant in a sense. So you may be someone who wears bright colours, or you just have like a bright personality. You light up the room when you walk in. I was going to say you demand attention, but you don't walk in demanding everyone gives you their attention. You just kind of magnetically attract it because that's your aura, that's your energy. You're a healer. So you automatically, it's all eyes on you, okay? And this person that was enabling the bully, that is now standing up to the bully, that's had the epiphany, is realizing that you are an actual angel. So it may be something that this person said about you, and they're saying, hold on a minute. So it may be where this person is concerned that in the past they've put you down, being given, like you may be some sort of energy healer, or you have some sort of spiritual gifts, okay? And in the past, this person's kind of like really put you down. And in doing that, they've kind of cloaked you from others. But if it feels to me like they've said something, or somebody has said something about your spiritual abilities, and this person that enabled them said, hold on a minute, that's new information. So it may be that this bully is now changing their tune and saying like, oh, you know, you're really good at what you do, blah, blah, blah. And this enabler's looked at them and gone, well, hold on a minute. You said they were a fake and a fraud. You said they didn't have any spiritual abilities. Now you're saying that they did, and they have all along. And yet you used this this knowledge. So what else have you lied about this person? So that, does that make sense? So something someone said about you, to this bully said to these other people to turn them against you, is now like they're going back on what they said. And these enablers, I want to say flying monkeys, okay? These enablers, these flying monkeys, are looking at them like, well, you didn't tell us that. If we knew that, we wouldn't have gone after them. And this bully's looking at them going, I did not tell you. You know, I didn't tell you they were bad. I didn't tell you. They're kind of twisting what they've said to this person, and these people are like, no. If you're now twisting what you've said to me, what about this, the collective, have you been twisting to suit your own narrative? Someone's realizing they don't have the full story, that something that they've been told has been twisted, and it came out at a party or event. This person's mask slipped, but I think they feel like they covered it up in time, but they didn't. Something was said, they were questioned, they came up with some sort of story or a version to get out of it, but the person that they were telling, that was questioning them, didn't buy it. They just went silent and kind of made out like, oh, okay, yeah, right. But they didn't believe them. They were like, no, you're not going to twist. You're not going to do that to me. And they've gone away and they've started to think about it, and now they're going, okay, well, if they've done that and they've said that to me, but now they're saying that they didn't say that to me, what else have they lied about with regards to the collective? So in their eyes, they're realizing that you are. So I feel like this bully was pretending that they were you. And these enablers, these flying monkeys, are now realizing that they were pretending to be you. They're the ones who are actually playing victim, and you are this earth angel. Which means they came up against an earth angel, and I can hear, oh shit. On the bottom of the deck, conflict. They're turning on each other. They're turning on this bully. King of Pentacles. Yeah, someone's realizing that you are stable, secure. You may have your own business. And it may be something around this. Someone's realizing that this bully tried to ruin your reputation when it came to a business, or your money and finances, okay? Maybe even with regards to something to do with your family, but specifically a father figure. And with this wolf, as I looked at the wolf, I heard loyalty. So this person tried to make out that you weren't the loyal one to them because you've walked away from them. You weren't there when they needed you. And these people are looking at them going, well, hold on a minute. You weren't there when they needed you. Where were you when they were going through that? Where were you when they were going through that? And this person's kind of coming up with excuses and reasons as to why they couldn't be there for you. But these enablers are not buying it anymore. 100%, it's all about them. They are making it about them. And when you make it about you, you're making yourself the victim. Okay? When you're making a situation, they're really like, right, this is what they're doing. There was a situation that you were going through, or some sort of life event or something like that, that should have been about you, and this bully made it about them, and they're continuing to make it about them. Okay, I did this for them, I did that for them, they did this to me, they did that to me. But the people around them, the flying monkeys, the enablers, are now looking and going, well, hold on a minute, I can understand why they did that to you. There's more information coming out. There's just more and more information coming out. And these enablers, somebody wants to come and talk to you because they need your side of the story. Because they know that they're not getting it from this bully. Or this group of bullies. Someone isn't getting the full story and they want to come to you. They just don't know how to approach you, because it's almost like they can't just message you out of the blue. They need some sort of reason. They don't feel like they can directly just message you out of the blue and be like, hi, I've heard this about you. What's your side of the story? Or tell me what went on. They don't feel like they can come to you like that. But I feel like if they did come to you like that, you kind of wouldn't dismiss it. You wouldn't ignore them, because you're somebody who appreciates people being upfront and honest with their intentions. Okay, so you'd rather that they were just straight out with their intentions towards you and you know what they need from you, than try and kind of like win you over. This person's like debating whether or not to come in and win you over. This person hasn't learnt their lessons. They're still being sneaky. They're still playing victim. This has been going on for a while, and Spirit are saying, and these enablers and these flying monkeys are saying, no more. We're not going to put up with it, because now we've lost. So it almost had to be right. So where these flying monkeys and these enablers are concerned, they've kind of just let this person get on with it. They let this bully and enabled their behaviour, and because it wasn't, in a way, it wasn't directly affecting them. So now it's directly affected them. That's what's given them this wake-up call. They weren't losing anything by this bully doing what they were doing. They weren't losing anything. They've now lost something important to them, and that's what's making them step up and stand up to this bully and say no more, because now it's affected them. Now it's affected them. So I do have to question, if it hadn't have been something important to them that they lost, they may have lost money. They may have lost money or a business because of this bully, because of what went on, because they bullied you or they took part in bullying you. If they tried to take your business from you, destroy your business, try to stop you doing what you were doing, they or others around them are now losing their business, or they are losing their financial stability. This could even be with regards to a house or a home, home, same thing really, or a family situation. King of Cups. This is someone really manipulative, and uses their emotions and other people's emotions to manipulate them. And they could have done it with you for a time, but you're like, yeah, I'm not. You wised up. You wised up, and now these people around them are saying, like, how did you know? Because it's almost like I've just heard. So I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but I can hear a helicopter flying over, and I've heard I'm on the next plane out of here. So someone may be escaping this person for some time, and jumping on a plane and going abroad on holiday just to escape this person for a while, just so they can kind of like get their thoughts straight and come up with a kind of like plan of action to come towards you, to try and mend some sort of bridges between you. I think this person is aware that they can't go back to the way things were with you, but they're hoping that you can kind of find some sort of compromise and move forward together, because they're realizing they don't actually hate you. They don't actually hate you. They never hated you. They actually really like you. They really like your energy. They like there's something about what you bring in. You bring in, it's like this fresh energy, this bubbly energy. And there were people in this group that were just like, oh, hell no. Like, they kind of, you were kind of like a bit too much for them. But others were like, nah, I like this. I like this energy. They were addicted to your energy. And that's the person, or the people that want to come back in, are the people that like really enjoyed your energy. They really enjoyed your conversation, that you're not shallow, that there is more to you than this gossiping and slagging others off. You're a girl's girl, you're a man's man, that there is more to you. And they really regret not being more vocal at the time and standing up for you, okay? But they are standing up for you now, and I know that doesn't change their actions in the past, and you have every right to say to this person, because I do think they are going to come in with some sort of an apology. It might not be a direct I'm sorry, because right now I'm kind of getting this sheepish, embarrassed, guilt energy. So they might be someone who's really going to struggle to actually say the words I'm sorry, but they're going to try and show you that they're sorry in their actions, and they're really going to try and go out of their way to make things right with you. But you have every right. This person still acted how they acted, but I don't know what your situation is and how much this person participated and what they actually did. And you have every right to say to them, apology accepted, access denied. You do not owe them anything. And I think they really respect that. There is this deep respect for you and your boundaries. They're realizing that things went too far. Things went too far, it got way out of hand, and that they could have stopped it, and they chose not to. They are taking responsibility for that. But I also feel like there's things that this person isn't aware that was going on within this group behind their back, how people were acting. Like, again, I'm hearing someone went rogue, and again, I've said this in a previous reading, that there was a group of people that were plotting and planning against you to try and just get you out of the way, but there was a person or a couple of people within the group that acted outside of the plan. They took it too far. They didn't stick to the plan because things weren't moving quick enough, things weren't quite going their way, and they were trying to speed things up. They were trying to manipulate the energy in a negative way. Okay, let's get some more clarification. Eight of Pentacles. Someone's seeing you as a really hard worker. So somebody may have said that you're lazy, you don't want to work, and actually that's not the case. These people may not have realized that you actually have a spiritual business, or a business. It doesn't have to be you. There's something really linked into spirituality, okay? Because King of Cups is intuition as well. You are somebody as well that makes makes decisions, works really, really hard to make sure that your choices and your decisions come from intuition and not ego. Okay? And somebody's realizing how much you've actually put into yourself, and they're really admiring like your work ethic. So someone could have said that you were really lazy, you didn't want to work, you didn't want to do this, you didn't want that. They could have said that you were a gold digger and that you were after somebody's money, or you wanted to see, because the King of Pentacles also talks about husbands, and that you may have wanted to marry someone so that you didn't have to work, but that's not the case, and they're realizing that. I'm just being really drawn to the fact that you're just like someone who's just like really positive, even when things are shit, even when things are going shit, you know how to transmute that energy, and they kind of want to learn from that. They are inspired by you. You're just someone fun to be around with. They think that they could have a lot of fun with you. They may have also watched how you've transformed others in your life, how people transform around you. Okay, they've observed how you are able to bring the good that is in others out. And as an empath, you're also going to trigger people and bring out their worst traits, but even in bringing those out, you're still bringing out the good in them, because when you trigger someone and it brings out their worst traits, you're actually helping them heal that. Okay, so either way, you're kind of bringing out the good. But somebody's realizing there's something about how you've transformed someone, something about there's something about your transformation, but there's also something about how you have the ability to transmute energy and transform other people around you, and how you will work really, really hard to help others whilst maintaining that balance and that connection with yourself, and making sure that you're taking care of yourself, and how you're willing to help others at no cost. Like, you're willing to help others for free. So somebody could have said that you were trying to scam others, and like overcharging and things like that. But actually you're not really charging. I don't feel like you're doing anything that's charging people money right now. Like, you have this really good balance with this Temperance here, your money. Like, you have good money management skills, and there is something around, something to do with a business or something where someone said that you were kind of like, you're fake, but you're taking people's money, you're overcharging, that sort of thing. And someone's realizing that's not true, because you're not actually charging and you're doing things for free. Somebody could have said that you're like really materialistic, and they may have tried to convince these people to take something materialistic away from you, to as a form of punishment, and now these people are realizing that actually that was kind of like a waste of time, because you're not materialistic. But there is something here about your work ethic, and like the work that you put into your own healing, as well as the work that you put into helping out the collective and helping others heal. So someone is gaining more knowledge about you and information. Somebody could be watching you, or was watching you, because I feel like if you're on social media, these people have been blocked. Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you blocked these people, or they blocked you, but they're not blocked on everything. There's something they're not blocked on because maybe you don't have their username or something like that. But they are sort of like watching from behind the scenes, and they're realizing that everything that they were told about you is wrong, is false, and that the actual person, like, so that this bully is actually, it's like Freaky Friday. Like everything that they were told by this bully about you, all the seeds that were planted in their ear are actually this bully, and the bully was revealing to them everything that they've been doing. Someone was definitely trying to manipulate somebody's money and finances. This could be in the form of a business. This could also be with the tree. It could be family and friends. So their relationships. So someone was trying to manipulate somebody's relationships because their ultimate goal was to isolate you. So this bully was trying to isolate the collective, so that ultimately the collective would only have them as an option. They wanted to make, they were trying to get rid of all their competition so that there was no competition, and like you only had them. Okay, on the bottom of the deck we have Two of Pentacles. So they were trying to throw everything in your life out of balance, literally everything, anything to do with you. They were trying to create chaos and control in your life. And as I've said that, and I've picked up the Two of Pentacles, the Devil is here, and now they're the ones left bored and empty because they were focused on what they were losing instead of what they were gaining, and now they've lost access to this Empress. So this could be you may resonate with this reading if you're specifically female, but you don't have to. It's just the feminine energy. This feels very much like somebody came up against a divine feminine or a sacred feminine. That somebody tried to bring down this divine feminine so that they were the only option, okay? And now it could have been another female that tried to isolate you and turn others against you, or it could have been another masculine. It could have been a masculine. We do have a lot of masculine cards out, so there could have been a lot of masculines that tried to turn others against you, or they could have tried to turn a masculine specifically against you. Take it as it resonates. But there is a masculine within this group that is viewing you differently and realizing that, and I think they're finding it quite hard because this person, this bully, could be a very close friend or their family, and they're finding it really hard to admit that this person isn't who they thought they were, okay? Which is why they were so quick to accept that you were the villain, because it was easier for them to accept an outsider as being the villain, as being the one playing victim, than their own flesh and blood, their own family, their own friends, okay, their own partner even. So it was much easier for them to accept that you were the villain. But now the tables are turning and they are seeing you, they are viewing you differently. They are viewing you differently, and they are realizing that they've been catfished, basically. That they've been catfished. Somebody wanted to... so with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm being drawn to the fact that you planted a lot of seeds. You've done a lot of work. And this person, this bully, or these bullies, wanted to take that away from you. They were quite happy for you to do all the work and then basically claim it as their own, okay? So this person has absolutely been, this bully has been masking themselves as you, and they're panicking, they're stressed, they're panicking, they're trying to remain calm because they don't want to see others to see that that they're panicking, because they feel like if others see that they're panicking, then it's going to give them up, like they're going to be exposed, but they've already been exposed, but they don't realize that they've been exposed. But all the work you've done, all the seeds that you have planted, this person wanted to take from you. This is literally like Freaky Friday. My phone's just gone, that's confirmation. Okay. I don't know if the camera will have picked that up. This person wanted to kind of like destiny swap with you. They wanted to be you. Okay, I am not medically trained in any way, shape or form, but this bully may have some sort of psychological disorder, okay, or some sort of special needs. And I don't know what specifically, because like I said, I'm not medically trained. But there is some sort of, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there is some sort of condition where people can believe that they are this person. It's like a personality disorder, and they took on you as a personality because they wanted to be you, and then that became their main personality. So I feel like this person could have like bipolar or a personality disorder of some sort, where they aren't themselves. They may not just, it may just be a case of that they just don't know who they are. So they kind of take on other people's stories. They take it all on as their own. But I'm sure I've heard before that there is a specific disorder where they like literally believe they're you. Or is that personality disorder? Again, I'm just going to reiterate here, I am not medically trained, okay? I am not trying to diagnose this person. I'm just telling you what I can see is that this person, it may just be that they're so obsessed with you and your energy that they just wanted to become you. They just wanted what you had without doing the work. I think they were utterly, like, I'm hearing delusional. This person has, you know, when someone tells themselves something enough, they start to believe it. Okay. This person is utterly convinced that they are you. This is starting to kind of creep me out a little bit. This person is utterly convinced, because they've been pretending to be you for so long, they're now convinced that that's who they are, and it's not who they are, it's who you are. And that's why they've been able to fool the people around them. But now you've stepped away from this person, they can no longer copy you. They can no longer take that on. So they don't know what's going on with you. They've got no access to what's going on in your life, your relationships, none of it. They've got access to absolutely nothing. So that is what is revealing them to everyone else, because now they can't effectively top themselves up. And they're burdened, because as I'm talking, like my right, between my neck and my shoulder is really starting to hurt. So they're burdened. This person may also be like this masculine, I'm going to say masculine, but if it doesn't resonate for you, then absolutely swap it out, okay? But this masculine enabler, this masculine flying monkey that is now realizing that this person is not who they said they were, and that you are exactly who you said you were. Kind of feel like this bully has become their burden, or they've been burdened for a while. I feel like they know that there's more going on with this person psychologically than they've spoken out about, and now they're realizing that this person is utterly obsessed with you, and there needs to be some sort of intervention. So this person, this bully, may find themselves in some sort of rehab or mental institution, okay, so that they can get help. There's an intervention coming, because this person, this enabler, whoever it is realizing, I feel like they've known for some time that this person has more going on, but they kind of just tried to turn a blind eye because they just don't want to be burdened by this person. So they kind of just dip in and out when necessary, but they try to keep themselves at a distance. But because you've walked away, they're now having more to do with this person, and like the cracks are showing up. That's why it's been able to go on for so long, because there hasn't been, I don't want to say there hasn't been a lot of interaction, but it's kind of like this masculine, like, obviously has work, he has a home life, he has things outside of this bully to do. So they've been off doing that, and then like every now and then they like dip in, like have a catch up. So it's not been as obvious. This bully's been able to hide it, but it's now that this bully is so obsessed with you and what's going on with you, and like I said, because you're not around, they're not able to siphon your energy, they're not able to play Freaky Friday with you. And so this masculine, or these people around this bully, are having no choice but to intervene, because it's got to a point, I'm hearing, yeah, enough's enough now, we've got no choice, we need to do something, we need to do something needs to be done. This is because it's verging on, so maybe this person is has or is planning some sort of attack. They won't attack you, spirit won't allow it, God will not allow it, and I don't feel like this masculine or these people around them will allow it. But this masculine is going to be coming forward with communication about something, okay? And it could be to do with this person. Maybe this person's like, they're being like they're mentally ill, and it's got to a point where it's so, I want to say bad, but that wasn't the right word. It's like it's got to a point where it's just like obsessive, and it's verging on stalker, and there's going to be some sort of intervention. There's going to be some sort of intervention for this bully. Shield of crystals. I am loved and protected. Yeah, you are absolutely protected from any harm, okay? Spirit are not going to allow this. Your ancestors are not going to allow this. But do up your protection at this time, because this bully is projecting at you. Like, they feel like they're so angry. They're so angry that they're projecting at you, and they are like trying to spiritually attack, potentially with seeds of power. Yeah, they're trying to plant seeds for you to reach out to them, because they want to tell you how angry they are and disappointed they are with you, over you not being there for them. But they're also trying to plant seeds within your mind. They're trying to, so they may be doing like some sort of mind magic, or it doesn't have to be literal magic, it could just be verbal, spoken, just sending you ill will, but they're trying to mess with your mind and throw you out of alignment because you've frozen them out. It says freeze it. I freeze what I no longer want. They also, I'm hearing freezer spells, okay? So they may have done some sort of freezer spell on you and they're angry because it's not working. Why isn't it working? Why? Because they're trying to stop you. So again, this doesn't have to be literal magic, but I did hear freezer spells. It doesn't have to be literal magic. It could just be sending you wishes, ill wishes, and sending the intention to stop you from ascending, to stop you from becoming abundant, and they can't stop it, and they're getting really angry and really frustrated because they can't stop you. And yeah, be an animal. I share my world with animals which have all kinds of strength. You're too strong. You're too strong for them. You're far too strong. Like, you're very, very spiritually protected. This person underestimated your spiritual protection, and they tried to, or they're trying really hard to disarm your spiritual protection so that they can come in and attack you, and it's not going to work. You're too high vibrational for that, but I would suggest that you make sure that you cleanse your energy and up your protection at this time, because they have upped their attacks. Okay, they are so angry that they can't stop you. I am strong enough to face every issue in my life with courage and trust. Confirmation, courage, strength. You are much stronger than this person, and they don't like it. They underestimated your spiritual rank. I am deserving of respect, love and happiness. I give respect, love and happiness too. Absolutely. And there are people around this person that are realising that they do respect you, that they should respect you. If they want respect, they should respect others, and that they didn't respect you in the past, and they are sorry for that. We have, in my heart, I know that good things are coming my way. Something's coming in for you, that this person is there is something coming in for you that this person is trying to stop. This person can feel something coming in, and they are trying to stop it. They're trying to put a freeze on it. They're trying to delay it. I soothe away anxiety and stress by choosing to do the things that help me relax. Absolutely. Take some time out. Make sure that you're filling your own cup and doing what is right for you. Nature loves me. Opening my heart to nature helps me feel happy and peaceful. It may be that you need to get out in nature at this time. Spend some time in nature, making sure that you're staying grounded. Get outside. If the weather is nice where you are, get outside and enjoy it. I know where I am, we're going to be coming up for autumn, winter time. So if you're where I am in the world, then, you know, take the opportunity to get out and enjoy what is left of the good weather before, you know, before we all go into hibernation. Pay this bully no mind, okay? This is typical narcissistic behaviours, okay? Now, narcissist gets thrown around too much, and if you know me, I will always say that there is a difference between, we all have narcissistic behaviours, okay? We're all prone to them, but there is a difference between someone who is truly a narcissist and someone who has narcissistic tendencies. And the difference is the willingness to learn and grow and evolve and better yourself. Okay, confirmation again on my phone there. This person feels truly narcissistic. They cannot take accountability. They refuse to take accountability. They're just projecting at you because you've walked away, and this is what happens when you walk away. this is when the attacks really kind of amp up, and it's not going to be, it's not going to work. Okay, just make sure that you keep your energy clear and that you maintain your personal boundaries, and that means your boundaries with yourself, making sure that you are taking care of you, because if your cup starts to get depleted, then that'll be an in for these attacks. Okay, but trust and have faith that there is someone around you that is now stepping up where this person is concerned to try and get, I don't want to say control of the situation, but get a handle on the situation, because it's already gone far enough. I was going to say before it goes any further, but it's already gone far enough. But this person is hella mad and wants to come at you. But this flying monkey or group of flying monkeys are going to put a stop to it. They're not going to allow this person to attack you. Okay, this person feels kind of psychotic. So we're going to send them some love, and we're going to send them some healing, because if anyone needs it, it's them. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helps. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.